Welcome to World Conflict Channel. Fierce battles continue between Ukrainian and Russian forces. Ukrainian armed forces inflicted heavy losses on Russian forces last night and today. Today we have multiple videos of the attacks. Let's start first with a video that reflects the massive attack of the Ukrainian armed forces on the Russian positions. More than 100 Russian soldiers are reported to have been destroyed in footage released by Ukraine. Another video that attracted great attention on social media is from the Belgorod region of Russia. According to local sources, this evening in Belgorod, Russia, a UAV crashed into a power line due to which electricity went out in part of the city. Although the UAV is claimed to belong to Ukraine, the UAV is probably Russian forepost. Before moving on to the battles in Soledar, let's continue with a video released by the Russian media. Russian occupiers allegedly discovered and destroyed a cache of saboteurs in the Luhansk region, the contents of which were supposedly intended to carry out terrorist attacks in Luhansk. Although Russian television channels shared video footage of the event, the authorities have not yet approved the video. Now let's talk about Soledar, where the bloodiest battles continue. The Russians still haven't completely captured Soledar and are unlikely to be able to capture Bakhmut. Analysts noted currently in Bakhmut, Russian troops remain far from breaking through the Ukrainian land lines of communication necessary for the encirclement of Bakhmut. Sergei Cherevity, spokesman for the Eastern Forces Group, said that heavy fighting is currently ongoing in Soledar. The enemy is suffering heavy losses. The most trained units of the Wagnerians are fighting there, he said. Along with the statements of the Ukrainian authorities, the claims of the Russians still continue. The ultranationalist Russian mercenary group Wagner, run by an ally of President Vladimir Putin outside the normal chain of military command, has claimed to have taken Soledar after days of intense fighting that left it strewn with Ukrainian dead. Moscow has so far held off proclaiming victory there. Ukraine has acknowledged Russian advances but said on Thursday its own garrison had not withdrawn. If Russia succeeds in capturing Soledar, it would be Moscow's biggest gain since a series of humiliating retreats in the second half of 2022. But military experts say the cost has been disproportionate after intense battles that littered the freezing mud with bodies. Soledar had barely 10,000 people before the war, and Russia has failed in repeated attempts to capture the far more important nearby city of Bakhmut, 10 times as large. How long the resistance of the Ukrainian armed forces in Soledar will last is eagerly awaited. Yes, Ukrainian soldiers heroically defend the city, but the city is under siege from Russian forces from almost 3 directions. And besides, for several days now, the Ukrainian armed forces in the city are not getting help. We will see more clearly how the battles in the city will end and how the events will develop in the coming days. For the latest news, you can support me by subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching.